Former Vice President Mike Pence is officially running for president, even though he's never been able to break out of the single digits of any polls. Is this a story? First of all, before we do this story, is this a story?
I think it is. I think, we've got a crowded Republican field, and this idiot thinks that he's the guy that is going to come along and save the Republicans.
Okay.
He is suffering from, I think, probably the worst delusions of grandeur compared to any of these other people on the Republican side. And I do think it's hilarious because I'll say this. Mike Pence thinks that there is an audience for him in that Republican base.
Where is it? It's 6% right now. It's only 6% of the Republicans that say, yeah, I got something in common with this guy.
He's polling worse than Liz Cheney, and she's not even running for president, although she had to rule it out. But, I mean, a guy at 6% who's been at 6% for a year, he knows he's got the stink of Trump still on him, so he can't appeal to the normal people, and the MAGA base hates him because they think he's a traitor.
One thing I think he's doing that I think is pretty smart, actually, he's running against Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
He's saying Kamala Harris is going to be the president of the United States if the Democrats win. Joe Biden ain't going to make it. So when he talks about it, he's literally talking about, I'm really running against Kamala Harris because if Joe Biden wins, Kamala Harris is going to be president of the United States. I think we're going to see more candidates doing that. Now that's one, does it mean anything? He's at 6%. Does that change the dynamics of the election? I think more candidates are going to take that position. And saying, why do you think you're running against Joe Biden?
Well, here's what I think too. Mike Pence right now, he doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell, but things are happening right now. There's obviously a lot of legal things happening with Trump. We're, looking at indictments possibly twice by the end of the summer. That could affect Trump. Maybe it doesn't. DeSantis is flaming out faster than anybody we've ever seen. Maybe not as fast as Jeb Bush. But then he is still in third place. And then suddenly, if Trump gets knocked out or, gets convicted, DeSantis is out, suddenly it's Pence. Pence does scare me. I mean, he doesn't scare me at 6%, but if you think back to that vice presidential debate, actually both of them that he participated in, he's a good debater. He's not bad on TV. He is intelligent. He's evil, but he can hold a conversation. He can come up with talking points.
Man. No, he's smart man.
Well, he came from conservative radio, so he knows how to do it. He knows how to talk to people.
Yeah.
So keeping him at 6% or lower is in the best interest of the country.
What do you think of the Kamala Harris approach? That these candidates, you're going to see it more and more. I mean, every time Joe Biden falls down or stumbles up the steps of the Air Force One, you're going to hear it more. Guys, we're not running against Joe Biden. We're running against Kamala Harris. What do you say next week we take a look at Kamala Harris?
We can do that, absolutely.
All right. Farron Cousins, thanks for joining me. That's all for this week, but all of these segments will be available throughout next week, and make sure you follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer, where every week we tell you stories that corporate media won't tell you because their advertisers don't allow for it, or their political connections don't allow for it. We'll see you next time.